Okay. Okay. Look out, people. OP build coming through. No, ain't nobody got time for no double tens. I'm gonna use the 6 because it's better. Obviously. Jeez. Some people. That was your last one. Alright, alright. GG's Sentry. Was a good one to end on. 12 kills. Favor guys. Well, I'm not gonna use it for mortars. So you should know by now that I don't do mortars. So I figured, you know, if I may as well. I actually didn't even buy Faye for the longest time because, like, there was no reason to, right? But then I decided, you know what, I'll just get her and then I'll use her for some of, like, the random weapons that I don't have pilots for. Realistically, I probably should have used her for carbines, but it's fine. Definitely wasn't gonna waste a sniper pilot on Gauss Rifle, though. Yeah, face my wrath. Let's get what's coming to you. Okay. So this guy. Oh yeah, that was all my damage for sure. That definitely wasn't somebody else dealing most of that damage. All me. Oh, that was actually kind of depressing how little damage I did. Come on. I got you. Oh, come. Gosh dang. Gosh dang. Alright. Oh, gosh. Well, that one's on me. Where is this dude? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I didn't realize there was 3 of them. Well, hello. How are you all? Freak! Out of here. Still very excited for the surge buff. I don't know what they're gonna do. Probably HP, but, you know, hasn't been confirmed or anything. Oh my gosh. The entire enemy team was there for a second. Oh, he wasted his dash. Awesome. Oh, really? 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 What did I hit to make me stop on that first, like 10 meters before that first Ares? Excuse you. Okay, I'm kind of confused. It's like he's got a full mag, he just wasn't shooting at me. And I don't know what was happening. Come on. Feel free to turn around. Thank you. If you just like leave them in there, they'll just start walking in circles inside the dome. Shield, I think, from that area. That doesn't even make sense. I hit the edge corner of that shield and it stopped me. Oh, my phone picked that up. I don't know why my phone has been like... It's been picking up random things that I say. And it never used to do that. Of course, to be fair, I have it on, and I'm doing things on it most of the time, so... Maybe I just never noticed. Okay, okay. Oh, Sentry says, to be honest, Aegis is still fun, even though it's a pain to use. It's different from any other mech, and just like you, I like a good challenge. Exactly. Exactly. I think just because the dome is like invincible, I think that there's just like a huge amount of potential for Aegis. It's really, really hard to unlock that potential. I feel like I'm slowly getting the hang of it, just like I was slowly getting the hang of Surge. But in general, yeah, I really like Aegis, not because he's necessarily good or even because he's not good. I like him because he offers something that nothing else offers. You know, be that what it is. HQ double triple I. I'm gonna try that again because that was. I mean, I technically did it, but it was pathetic. So, yeah, we're doing that again. I'm excited for the new maps too. I always like me a good map. And I will be completely straightforward. Although, Skyship 11 is my favorite map in the game. It is a three beacon map. I do not like either of the other two 3 beacon maps. I really don't. So, yeah. I'm really hoping that they add some more 5 beacon ones, because they're just more interesting. Hey, stop it. I didn't say you could have that. Please get that beacon. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You knew what I wanted. You knew what I wanted. Yeah, face my wrath. Oh gosh. Yeah, Zephyr's gonna freeze me, yeah? Alright, well, hold up. You know, I can't help but notice that it looks like Zephyr's shock pulse range is significantly smaller than 42 meters. So I don't know if they, like, shrunk it recently. I know a lot of people were complaining about it. Because it was 42 meters. They just gave them, like, the radius implant. I mean, obviously, the best solution would just be to calm the heck down on those radius implants, but I genuinely don't really think they're going to. But these maps aren't big enough to justify a radius that large, especially not of something that does that well. Okay, I would go after you, but I also wouldn't go after you. Yeah, you guys got it. Yeah. Okay. I think I can do this. Ah, got him. There we go. And I covered my butt, so I didn't have to worry about people coming out behind me and ruining my plans. I feel like that's still kind of just like the best way to use Aegis, and I like it. Just a thing to cover your butt, basically. It doesn't do a lot, but you know, like even if it's just like a deployable Ares shield where you could destroy it, like that still gives you more options. Well, hold on, roll fizzle. Who the heck has an Aegis? Oh, Cage Masuku. That's who. Owie. In my opinion, a 10 or 8 beacon map would be fun. That would be insane, and I cannot say that that wouldn't be enjoyable, because it probably would. Like, I'm not gonna say that it would be like my favorite thing ever. Well, to you too. But you know, because you never really know how it's gonna work until you try it. Like, in theory, 3 beacon maps sound like they'd probably be kind of boring, but, you know, depending on the map, they're really not. So, it depends on how they make it, but yeah, in general, just larger maps in general are something that I would like. So, having a ton of beacons, if that meant larger map, then absolutely. Cage Masuku. Well, I'm sorry, but you know. Oh wow. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I am very sorry. And by that I mean I am not sorry at all, but I freaked the heck out. I was like, is he spawning on the right? Is he spawning on the left? I don't see him on the left, and then like I started getting shot and I was like, oh my gosh. Panic button. Or like a map is in a forest. Something where there's like a forest like with a ton of like relatively flat with, you know, maybe a little bit of elevated terrain for snipers or whatever, but like with just generally just like a lot of like small obstacles. I would love that. I would also love like a more of a city type map where it is like super tight and there are just like very thin corridors to go through. So it is entirely close range basically, but it's almost like a maze. And I think that would just be fantastic to play on. They have to release that free-for-all mode soon. I agree, but at the same time, they said that it's like they're working on it, but it's probably not going to happen like very soon because it's going to take like a lot of time. And that's fair. That's fair. I'm sure it takes a long time to do something like that. This guy had an Aegis. You know what's crazy is that I've been seeing a lot of people with Aegis lately. But like, congratulations to anybody who gets it, because it's so much fun. It really is. I would love that free-for-all mode too. Unfortunately, it's going to be 100% dominated by Zephyrs, and you already know that that's going to be the case. But also, if you think about it, if they made it so that the free-for-all mode had bots in it, I probably would just kind of hate it. I'd love it if it was like all players, if it was like, you know, 6 to 10, like, it's probably going to be like 6 players total. If it's like 6 players, you know, all against each other, then that would be fantastic. But like if one of them's a bot, like you can just keep farming the darn bot and it would be so boring. It's not even that, but like, I don't know, just the general frustrations that come with bots would not interpret well in a free-for-all mode where, you know, those things are kind of like elevated a lot more than they otherwise would be. So, yeah, I really hope that they don't have bots in free-for-all, but it is definitely something that I would play regardless, at least sometimes. And also, the map making is going to take a long time. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, anything like that probably takes a long time. They got to do, like, the textures and stuff for the maps. Maps, I mean, I think the last time they released maps, it took, like, a month or so for it to actually come out. So it wasn't like really long time, but it was a decently long time. Cause yeah, that stuff takes time. And you know, they're not necessarily announcing that they've already made it and that they're going to introduce it. So they're announcing, you know, that they are in the process of making it. So it's before it even comes out, which I do appreciate. Okay. Well, last game with Gauss Rifle or Guardian because I hate it. But I have to say, the Gauss Rifle 6 looks really nice on Guardian. The 10, too bulky, but the 6 actually looks really nice. Wow, I do so little damage. Stop it. I like the reload, but the rest of it's kind of crap. Like a 4-second reload on a weapon is incredible. I just wish that this weapon did a little bit more damage. That's a Juggernaut, and he's got Stasis Beam. I already know that. He's gonna keep walking toward me. I really just want to kind of stay out of his range as much as possible. There's a dude coming up on the right, I already saw that. I'll deal with him once he gets there. Which he has. Is he taken care of? I think he's taken care of. Owie, 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 I'm trying to lock onto you. Oh no. Oh no. Please stop. Please stop. It hurts so bad. To be honest, I wish most bots wouldn't even exist in any game modes except in custom. I fully agree with that. Bots kind of, I mean, I understand the inclusion of bots. They were a filler, they're a filler player because the game was still very new. You know, they were introduced in the open beta for the sake of testing, right? Because otherwise it would take like a full 2 minutes to find a match. And I'm fully on board with the inclusion of bots in the beta. I think after the global launch, they should have just removed bots entirely. Because they kind of ruined the general experience. People don't really think of it as a PvP game, right? They don't think of it as like a, you know, a fair game. Regardless of the number of times people say that they want it to be fair, what they mean by that is that they want the bots to be weak so that they can kill them easily. If they get one kill and then die by a bot, they count that as the bots are too strong. Even though that's a one-for-one exchange, which is also known as a fair exchange. And if it was a fair game with completely fair matchmaking and bots didn't exist, that is exactly what would happen. Is a one-for-one exchange on average. But people have been, including myself, just the way that I play. I am kind of spoiled with, you know, larger numbers of kills because that's just what I'm used to because of just the inclusion of bots. And I think that it kind of ruins the PvP experience. I think that if it was all players, it would be a lot more fun and a lot more competitive, as opposed to something that you can't really take seriously half the time. Not to mention, if you're up against a squad, you know that you have a full squad of real human players on your team. Regardless of how good they are, you know that they're a squad of, you know, competent people who can make decisions and, you know, change their tactics. And if you're up against a pay-to-win player, it's the same deal. You know that you are paired with people who know what they're doing, potentially. Yes, sometimes you're going to get really bad players on your team. Sometimes the other people are going to get really bad players on their team. Squads, like fully maxed squads, they're still going to be really hard to deal with, but in general, it just makes everything more fair. If you typically go up against a really high squad power player, right, the chances of you getting a really high squad power player on your team are equally as likely because of the way that matchmaking would work. So I very, very, very much think that getting rid of bots would not necessarily solve a lot of people's problems, but it would make the game generally better.